Hello and welcome everyone to another MoTeC webinar. My name is Mike Shield and today I'll be conducting a quick start guide to Display Creator. In particular, my focus will be communications using a Dbc file and basic layout. So what I'm looking to do is export a Dbc file from Dash Manager, import the Dbc file into Display Creator and build a basic display design. In Dash Manager, say File New, and for this purpose I'm going to use a demo. Select Setup Display and go to the Display Creator Channels tab and add the channels you're wanting to see in Display Creator. For this purpose I'm going to use engine oil pressure, engine oil temp, engine RPM and engine temp. I'm also going to add fuel pressure, gear and lap time. So OK to that and send config. Send config will want you to save the config, which I'm going to save as webinar. And what that will do is it's not only will it save the config, but it will save a Dbc file with the same name as the config. And that's the file that we will import into Display Creator. So here I say File New, make sure the model is the model that you have, choose Blank Project and say OK. Next I go to the Communications tab and choose Import Dbc File. It'll automatically open up to the right place where you can select the Dbc file you've just created. That will have all the associated channels that you've selected as well as a few standard ones. Here, automatically it's highlighted ready for you to update with where it's come from, just as a matter of good housekeeping. So we know where that Dbc file has come from now. Here I'm going to update the engine RPM display unit to revs per minute. Jump across the pages where we start to put graphics on screen. I'm going to select a new horizontal bar graph for my RPM. So click, drag and release. Here I want to have 8 major divisions. I'm going to want it to go from 0 up to 8,000. Hit tab to update. I don't want it to have the same as value. I want to go from 0 up to 8. You can see here a preview of what's going on with your values and your tick labels. Say OK, so that's from 0 up to 8. You can click and drag to move that around. Let's add a channel now. Click on the screen and it adds a channel there. The channel I'm going to select is engine temp. Default font size I'm going to go for 75. Hit tab to update. I'm going to right align that and I'm happy with white. Can click, drag, holding the mouse down, drag and release. Here I'm going to add new text or static text, a label. Up here type in what it is. Eng temp, or you can make it, why not, engine temp, and I'm going to make it 32 point. Hit tab to update, right aligned and blue. Click, drag, release, hold shift, click, drag, release. I'm happy with that. So then I can right click, copy, right click, paste. And that gives me, I've got 2 labels here now, both engine temp. So click on that one, reassign that to engine oil temp. Click on the label, add the word oil. Now we've got 2 labels and 2 channels here. Holding shift, I'm shift clicking on all of them, right click, copy over to the other side, right click, paste. Click, drag, release, and click to deselect. Engine temp down here, I'm going to want this one to become engine oil pressure. Click on the channel, let's change that to engine oil pressure. This one we're going to want to be fuel pressure. Start typing F-U-E, and you can select that. You can also highlight this channel name, Control Copy or Control C, click the label, highlight, Control V for paste, and deselect. That's another way of getting the text in there. Okay, next I'm going to click, right click copy, right click paste, update to gear. So there we go, we've got a label there. I'm going to make that centered. Also I'm going to take a channel, right click copy, right click paste, change the channel to gear, point size 300. You can actually type in here, so 290 for instance. Tab will update, and centered. Here I'm going to click, drag, and position that where I want it, there. Now I'm going to hold shift, click on gear, right click, alignment center. So we're starting to get a display. Click, shift, click. I'm going to move that down a little bit. There we go. Now I just want to get lap time across the bottom. So click on this, right click, copy, right click, paste, and make that lap time. Click, click, drag, release, deselect. Lap time, click on the channel, copy that, paste it down here, and we're going to reassign that to, start typing, lap time. Alright, now to sort of make this so this works together, because it sort of feels disconnected, I'm just going to quickly draw a graphic item. So I've selected the rectangle tool, drawn a rectangle all the way across, turn the border off and go with a vertical shade from black to grey, and I'm going to go with it that way. So we can extend that after the fact and pull this to the bottom, so that's a matter of drag and drop, and then it goes in behind. Here we go, I can move that down a little bit. There we've got a basic design. Now if we click configure, or that'll basically send it to the device. It'll ask you to save it, which I'm going to do as webinar. Yes, and here it tells you the errors that you have. So what we've not done is assigned the channel for the bar graph. So we say close, click on the bar graph, open up this tree, click on the actual bar, and here it is. The channel up there needs to be RPM. Resend, and that is now up on the device. All is good. And that concludes today's webinar, and I'll just give you some footage of the actual device.